going there? Henry Olsen here from Super Simple Guitar, and welcome to another guitar lesson. So I'm still improving production here at Super Simple Guitar. So hopefully both of these cameras are looking better than they did in my last video. If you saw my last video, this is kind of another little test lesson, even though it's a cool little lick that I want to teach you. But I'm also really excited to be testing out the sound and the new lens, and hoping that it's looking and sounding better than normal. Okay, so my friends, what I'm going to be teaching you is this cool little lick that I came up with about a couple weeks ago. And I really like it because there's these dead notes in there. There's this nice little... It's like this nice movement that's happening. There's like a walk up back to the root that I really like. And of course it's movable. So you could move it like a blues, right? So it's in the key of A, at least the way I'm playing it now. You can play it any key you want to, but now I'm playing it in A. And then, of course, you can go to your 4 chord, which is D, and do that same thing. You could do the same thing on the 5 chord, right? So, cool little bluesy lick vamp idea for you here today. Where are the blues people? Yeah! All right, so let's just get into it. For my All Access members, I'm gonna have this tabbed out, so extra goodies for my members. And if you're not yet a member, think about joining. You get extra goodies to my lessons that I make. Plus, you get full access to all of the courses that I've ever made as well, where I talk about the blues, what's the 1 chord, what's the 5 chord. That's like what we're doing here, right? We're going from the 1 chord to the 4 chord, right? So if you don't know about that stuff and want to learn it, then I teach all of that inside of the membership. All right, enough talking, let's get walking. So it goes like this. I'm going to play it slowly. So I'm starting off here on the 6th string, 5th fret. And I like to use my thumb. You don't have to, you could use your first finger too, but I like to use my thumb, which is kind of like a Jimi Hendrix thing, right? So if you think about it, this is coming out of kind of like the A minor box, except I got a couple extra notes in there. So I'm going to be showing you that as we go. This is going to give you some new ideas on how to spice up your pentatonic as well, okay? So we're starting off on the 6th string, 5th fret, and then I'm barring down on the 1st and 2nd string. So that's... And what I'm doing is after I play this note, I'm releasing it. Same here, okay? I'm not going, right? We're going for this more, right? It's kind of this boom, ba, da, 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 boom, ba, da, right? So hit the note, release it. Hit these notes, release them, okay? So, and then here's where that new note comes in that's not in the pentatonic, okay? So what I'm doing here is let me actually try to do something even more cool here for you guys. Let's try to zoom in. All right, so now we're a little bit closer. Hopefully that looks even better now. I'm trying to really improve the visual quality for you guys and girls. So let me know, I hope this is helping. So now what I'm doing is I'm barring down on the 2nd and 3rd string, 7th fret. And this is the note that's not in the pentatonic. So if you play A minor pentatonic, you're going to play these notes. You're not going to play this one, okay? So this is going to be that new note, okay? So I'm barring down now on the 2nd and 3rd string, 7th fret. So, okay. And then we're going to bar down on the 2nd and 3rd string, 5th fret, play that, and then do a hammer on to the 6th fret, 3rd string, leaving that 2nd string to ring. So we're going to let that 2nd string ring, okay? So let me try to fix the camera one more time. Excuse me, I'm playing around here because this is new for me too. So, All right, so maybe, hopefully that looks cool now. I'm trying to improve things, so bear with me. Thank you for being a part of this little test run. Okay, so we're holding down the 2nd and 3rd string, 7th fret. So, okay, then 2nd and 3rd string, 5th fret, and then I'm hammering down only on the 6th fret, 3rd string. So that means the 2nd string is still ringing on the 5th fret. Okay, so this is now the 6th fret, 5th fret. So, see that? Then it goes here to the 7th fret, 4th string, up here, then down to the 5th fret, hammer on to the 6th fret, up here to the 8th fret, and then it starts over. So really slowly again. I really like that movement. That's why I kind of thought the lick was pretty cool, the riff. Okay, so I use my first finger now. You could use your thumb or your first finger for that first note. Okay, so there's one other cool thing that we could do in here, and that's adding in these dead notes to make it sound a little bit more funky. So let me show you where that would go. So see, it went right there. So after this, I do this down up on the, you know, I just use my left hand to hold down those notes so they can't ring. I do a quick down up. And then very accurately, which is going to take some time, you know, to get accurate, I'm slapping down pretty hard on the 3rd and 2nd string so that it gets that kind of like aggressive sound, right? So it'll take time till you're precise, but don't be afraid to just go for it, okay? So, and even now here, lots of times I will hit both the 5th and 4th string before that hammer comes. So if it's a little bit sloppy, if you're hitting 2 strings instead of 1, it sounds a little bit off to the ear now, but since it happens so quickly, it doesn't really, it won't bother you, okay? So so if you want to take this now and play a 4 chord, the 4 chord of A is D, which is here. So if you don't know, again, where all these things are and how to move them, that's all inside of the All Access membership. Those of you who are members and who are watching this, if you don't know this, make sure to watch my course, Master the Guitar Fretboard in 6 Easy Steps, because that's where I teach that, okay? So now I'm just going to the D and doing the same thing. Now for the 5 chord, you can do whatever you want. You could play an E7 here. You can play E7 here. Right, you can do whatever you want. The 5 chord is E in the key of A, right? Okay. Go down to the D here. You can play a D here, D7, and then just end it off. Okay, and there you have it, a 12-bar blues. So if you don't know that E chord that I played, that 7th chord, let me just show you this chord shape quickly. So it's basically, I'm on the 7th fret, 5th string, 6th fret, 4th string, 7th fret, 3rd string, 2nd string, 5th fret. And I'm only playing those 4 notes. Okay, so go down to the D7. You could do a little rhythm there, right? Make it funky, do your own thing with it. Then go back to the A. then the whole 12-bar blues would repeat. You could play this as a vamp. You could play it as a 12-bar blues. There's all kinds of different things you could do with it. So experiment with it. Hopefully this helps you and gives you some ideas and helps you develop your musical vocabulary. One other thing that I forgot to say is that this note here, the third string, also is one that's not in the minor pentatonic. So that's minor pentatonic, right? This one isn't, and this one isn't. So this is the blue note. So a cool way to look at the A minor scale when you're playing blues is just to first memorize that box and then just know that there's these extra little notes in there that are going to give you a lot of interesting flavor, right? That you can play around with anytime you're playing a blues. So that's this note, that's this note, and that's this note. So this here is the third. So this is one that you'll see used very often in the blues, like the B.B. King box. He always uses the major third. So it's cool because you're going from the minor third into the major third, which gives you this happy sound. So if I was playing a blues, only using minor pentatonic, that first shape, just the one note that's going to make it sound very interesting and very different is this one note here. This one will make it sound even more interesting than the blues note. Okay, so just listen now for this. All of that was just pentatonic, blues, right? Now listen when I add in that major third. Makes a huge difference. So a typical thing that you could do with that is what I already showed you, that hammer on, or you could just, you know, use it as a passing note to walk. Another thing you could do would slide. See how I just slid in? So a couple of really cool ideas there for the major third. Now you know where it is. Make it your own. Play with it. Play some blues. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit scattered today. My mind was more in how do I get these cameras to sound and look good. So please forgive me. But still, there's a lot of valuable information in here. So have fun with it. And I will see you with a fresh mindset, not thinking about cameras very soon. All right. See you later. Henry Olsen here. Bye-bye.